Really like to fish it, you know, around real shallow cover or over the top of shallow cover, you know. So if you got grass, wood, rocks, vegetation, you know, anytime you can throw this bait over the top of something, you're gonna be able to trigger a lot of fish with it because it has erratic action. So, you know, I'm gonna cast it out there and, you know, just a straight retrieve, especially if you reel a little faster, this bait really jumps around. It's very erratic. It just doesn't come back in a straight line. So that in itself will trigger a lot of bass. But on top of that, I like to experiment with, you know, a quick start and stop, you know, a couple of times through the retrieve. A lot of times that'll trigger the fish, you know. I mean, if you got a bass and he's following it along and all of a sudden you stop it, they'll just automatically reaction strike, you know, eat it right then. So I'm gonna do that and let the fish tell me what they want. Sometimes, you know, it's just a straight medium retrieve and let that bait do its thing. A lot of times though, starting and stopping it's gonna be one of the real keys. This bait really only runs, you know, a maximum of 2 foot deep. So if I gotta run it real shallow, I'll just hold my rod tip up and that'll keep that bait just right underneath the surface. If I want it to get down a little bit, I can drop the rod tip. That's really all there is to it. This bait is designed to just fish 2 foot or less. And, you know, it's a great tool when you're faced with those type of conditions or that type of cover. A time every now and then where I need one that's gonna run shallower, you know, that it just runs too deep. You know, when you got grass that's matted up close to the top, or you got super shallow rocks or super shallow wood, where you need a bait that you can, you know, really control the depth, but I still want that great action. So here we have it. This is the new KVD 1.5 shallow. Look at that bill on the front. You can see it's quite a bit different. It's got a steep angle to it. And this bait right here, if you fish it with fluorocarbon line and put your rod tip low, the maximum depth that it's gonna go is 2 feet. If you hold your rod tip up, you can control it so it's right underneath the surface. And the best thing about it is while you're reeling it along, it's jumping around. It's very erratic, and that's what triggers bass into biting. So if you need a super shallow crankbait, and there's a lot of times when that's the perfect situation and you gotta have something that'll run up high in the water column, the new KVD 1.5 shallow, it's money in the bank.